What's up, guys? This is Chris here, and today we are out here on this beautiful day in Iowa to talk about my MP5. Specifically, the best MP5, or that's what I'm shooting for anyway. There's a lot of new, awesome things for the old SP5 or MP5 platform, and there's a lot of different types of MP5s these days. Not just the old H&K like this one right here, but we also have variations from pretty much everywhere on the earth at this point, mostly from Turkey, but a lot of places. They have PTR, you have Zenith, you have Century Arms, you have tons of different games in town now that make the MP5, or at least make MP5 clones. And because of that, there's been a lot of new innovation in the MP5 world, believe it or not. I know it's a gun that's been around since the late 50s, I believe. So it's been around, it's done the damn thing, and arguably was completely phased out by the Car 15 or the M4. However, not, right? Because they're still used by military and law enforcement all over the world, regardless of whether or not people say they're phased out. You see them all the time. I saw one of these at use in Germany this year. Now, that being said, why are they still in use? Well, they are very, very durable designs. They are very reliable. They're very soft shooting, but they have some quirks that all old guns have. Not quite the ergonomics of the new modern hotness, and that's where sort of this guy comes in. What happens when we give it better ergonomics? Because that's what the MP5 is known for, obviously. It's known for being reliable, fast shooting, durable, and a long-lasting platform, but it's also known for having kind of ergonomics. Whereas here, we now have the new Lee Sporting lower that allows us to have AR controls. We have an AR grip, and we also have this weird crossbolt safety, which we'll talk about here in a minute, but that's because of the super safety. So we'll see how the super safety does in the old MP5, and we'll see if it actually works the way I want it to. We also have a Midwest Industries stock on the back with a Picatinny rail adapter. We have an optics mounting system on it with an aim point duty. We also have a M-LOK rail with a vert grip on it, and we have an enlarged charging handle because you got to use that guy a lot on the SP5 or MP5. I wanted to get a magwell, but they don't exist at all. We look for one forever, so if you have one of those and you want to give me one, give me one. And then we also have a flow-through Huxworks can, so that should help with the noise as well. So pretty excited to shoot this. Not done yet. I was gonna do a little bit more on it. I'm questioning the crossbolt safety, and I'm questioning a few other things that we'll talk about, but I wanted to get out here and get some rounds on it, see if it works. Now, before we get into the video, I do want to mention my Patreon supporters. Thank you guys very much. It's because of you guys we have guns and ammo and cool stuff on the channel. Really want to appreciate you, so thank you very much. And I also want to mention the YSS. It's a local homeless shelter in Ames, Iowa. We try to support them in every video, so please go down there to the description of this video and click that link. I also want to thank Lee Sporting for sending this lower down. This is actually the third one I've had. I actually purchased the first two, and they sent me this one to try out with the FRT because they are very, very difficult to get a hold of currently.
Hey, nice.
Auto. If we can find a target here that has not 1,000 bullet holes. Put above a zero this? Zero. Holy shit. Well, that's lucky because I don't know how to zero the aim point duty, so thanks, Bubba. I'm just kidding. It looks like a Allen key or like a little tool, but glad we don't have to. All right, now in the middle, I assume is binary. Oh yeah. It works okay. It definitely goes out with a whimper and not a bang, because it's like you always forget it's an MP5. You're like and then you're like, what's happening? You're like, oh yeah, no lockback. Now the crossbolt safety is interesting because over here we have fire, in the middle we have papa, and over here we have safe. I feel like it'd probably be the other way, but maybe that's not true because it'd be easier to pop up. Yeah, I guess they've done some research. I'm not the biggest crossbolt safety guy. I've had them on the 870s and stuff, but it's interesting for this because it does work fast. Say go.
Go!
Not bad. Give me a couple more.
Go! Go!
I mean, that target's at 35 yards. I will say, runs that ammo fast. Now, obviously, some of the downsides to the MP5 still exist. Obviously, very small mag well, but it goes in pretty well. And obviously, having the big charging handle, you barely notice. If you run an MP5 for just even 30 minutes, you kind of forget all the idiosyncrasies of it, and you just sort of run the damn thing. It's fun. And that's it. 200 rounds.
Hey babe, Lorraine here. We'd like to thank the sponsor of this video, Ammo Squared. If you're a gun enthusiast like Chris, you have tons of guns in tons of different calibers, Ammo Squared is one of the coolest ways that you can always make sure that you have the right ammo that you need. Sign up, pick a caliber, set an auto buy budget, and select a shipping trigger. Ammo accumulates over time based on your own budget, and it's stored for free until you want it at your house. Thank you to Ammo Squared for sponsoring today's video.
All right, well, that went very, very well. I would say this is one of the most fun firearms that I've ever shot in my entire life. And that makes me very happy because it's not affordable. This is not an affordable gun. This is a real SP5 from H&K, which I'm not saying that's better or worse. I'm just simply saying that it is, and it is more expensive. So it's more expensive at the base price, and then the least sporting lower. I've actually picked up 2 of these now. I forget what they are, $700 somewhere in there. Super Safety might make it a little more or less expensive. I've got a couple with Geisley triggers in them as well. The rail system here adds about $100, suppressor adds about $1,000, and the back of the old gun adds another couple hundred, so weigh that out to be around $4,000 to $5,000 depending on what optics choice you use. Very, very expensive. However, pretty affordable considering that a full auto version of this gun is going to be at least 50 grand, so you're in still 10 times under the price, which is really nice, which makes these least sporting lowers really worth the squeeze in my personal opinion. If you don't want the FRT and you don't want the crazy crossbolt safety, I actually have 2 of these now with Geisley 3-gun triggers in them, and they have Radian 45-degree safety, so also pretty phenomenal choice there as well. So there's options there, and they are available. I did purchase both of those, and again, Lee Sporting sent me this one. I think they're worth it. They are a little bit interesting to fit. They come with some shims on them, so you have to be aware of that. Sometimes some models fit better than others, so it is a little bit of a chore getting it put in, but once you get it, I think it's 100% worth it. Is it a 100% reliable home defense gun with the FRT or with the Super Safety in it? I don't know, maybe. It'd certainly work. I mean, I would rather have this than a Kel-Tec, so let's go with yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be mad about it. I mean, it's still got semi-auto. You can run that if you want. And the semi-auto on this gun is going to be super fast because of the considerably better trigger in the Lee Sporting lowers because they run AR triggers. So pretty fun gun, pretty awesome gun. Does it make the MP5 better? I think so. I think it gives it the ergonomics that it should have. It gives it AR ergonomics, and they are the best. Now, one downside to this is that it does, in fact, lose its classic looks, and that's one thing my wife commented on. Why buy an MP5 and make it shoot like an AR when you can just buy an AR? And the answer is, I mean, you probably shouldn't. Unless you're a giant HK fanboy and MP5 aficionado like me, there's no real reason to. Because, I mean, if you're going to go out there and you're going to pay $3,000 for the SP5 and you're going to put the lower in and all that stuff, you got to really like the MP5 because you're still going to get some of the charging handle and loading issues, whereas you can go out there and get an Agastan Arms, you can get a JP5, you can get a number of other roller delayed ARs now that you don't have to do anything to. You can just buy them outright. Nemo Arms is another one of those. That being said, the reliability, the durability, the cool factor of the MP5, if that's you, if that's your fit like it is me, and you want to steroid that bad boy up a little bit, give it a couple cycles, you can always put the Lee Sporting lower on there and make it go a little bit faster. Again, not the final iteration. I've got to move the light around. The tape switch is kind of laughably put on there, and I need to add some rail covers, and I also may or may not switch out the stock and the optic. We had an EOTech on there before. I took the EOTech off there and put the Duty on. 50-50 on it. So far, I'm happy with it. Is it right for you? Maybe, but if you're an MP5 guy, I think it's a must-have. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please support your local homeless shelters. Remember to recycle. I'll check you later.